It is so easy for you to get you a white woman than to get you a black woman today.
Mom, why did you say, what's this one's name, when you knew I was at his house and like he heard you?
And then we get outside and he's like, the night doesn't have to end, like please just like come over. Like that is to me why I'm on the fence. Like I don't even want to text you now.
Okay. He got this girl here looking good, doing some Japanese dance. Think he didn't. Oh! Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
So you being an athlete that made millions and millions of dollars, why do most athletes choose white women?
Because 50% of white women in college. It's a higher rate of white women in college than black women. So it's like if you're a professional, if you're a college football player, you're going to majority be in the class with what type of woman?
White women.
You gotta really break that down and think about what he's saying in this situation. Most of your big time football schools are going to be PWI, but also, I mean,
Mostly white, yeah.
there's still black women who go to these colleges, but
Exactly. Those are women going to the school, actually going to class, so you're going to be subjective.
actually going to class.
Talking to the people who are at the school is white women. So it's like, you know what I mean? Unless you got a girl from high school who you know what I mean? Most of the black girls from high school don't go to college. So if you're an athlete, you know, you're going to run into a white woman because the percentage, you could Google the percentage of white women in college.
Yeah. Especially at like
all the big schools.
Big schools.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Way more white women.
The majority of white women in college, so it's like those the girls you're going to be with, you know, or you spending your time and seeing.
So it's not like a sellout thing. A lot of people are upset when they see that. They think like the black men are selling out, but it's not that.
I feel like you're just, you know, that's what they're around. You're going to adapt to your environment, so.
Fact. I mean, what do y'all think about this? Comment below if you agree with Antonio on this stance or if you feel like this is really just a stretch.
I agree with him completely, right? So you have to think, a lot of these guys that are athletes are being drafted. This is what also happens there. So say a guy's drafted, right? You know what is going to be suggested as well. Not only is it mostly white there, then it's mostly white women at the parties, right? It's mostly white women everywhere. And you know which women are going to be suggested by other athletes, by other people around, because it's predominantly white there. The white woman. Why would they not? And then also, at the end of the day, that is the smartest decision for the man. It is. It has nothing to do, like a lot of black women that go to college, they got their man on right. They will give them the time of day. But it just pans out that way. But you even see it coming out of high school now, that kids' parents are telling them, choose that woman that's mostly for you. And I guess the kids are getting attitudes in high school. Like, there's women that are bringing these kids attitudes. So you even see it, like you've seen Bronny James. You've seen other guys all hang together in their place with a bunch of white women. Is it because no black women were there? Same difference. It was mostly white women there. And at the same time, they probably don't want to be bothered. Something to think about. This is all I think, though. That's not the case. I don't know why you got a shirt off like that. See, they think that's mostly the case, but nowadays, men are starting to feel like that's the way we need to move. Because of what? No headaches, no stress, showing love. The man didn't need to have a shirt off. Put a shirt on like this, at least you want to show your arms, right? Or something. But yeah, it was a little off. But still, I understand why guys are choosing the smarter choice. Why would they choose any different? Think about it. What do you think? They say, do you want the headache or do you want peace? I think men choose peace all the time.
Black man, let me tell you this, bro. The truth. It is so easy for you to get you a white woman than to get you a black woman today. Yes. Why? Why am I saying this? Because the standards black women have for black men, it is absolutely ridiculous. Let me tell you this, guys. If you're a black man, start approaching white women, bro. I'm telling you, not every other white woman is racist. Is there racist white women? And even the way white women reject men, it's in a respectful way. You know, oh, I'm sorry, I have a boy. Yeah. Do you see how black women reject you? Do you see how black women reject you? Nah, I said I'm never going to deal with that in my life ever again. Nah, absolutely. Even the standards black women have for black men are way higher than the standards they have for white men. Oh, yes. A white man can have the same shirt every day. That's not a problem. A black man got to wear Gucci and Louis Vuitton. He got to make 6 figures. He got to be a unicorn. Get the out of here.
That's true. You know what? Women have to realize these talks are happening. These talks are being spread from guy to guy to guy, from older to younger, even to older, right? So what do you think is going to happen? And is this a little bit done from media? Yeah, it is. Are there some evil forces behind it? I think so. But an evil force, or anybody trying to downgrade a race of woman, it wouldn't be possible if the woman had class and acted right. See, they think black men are talking about black women in different spaces just to put them down. No. The reason why you talk about someone is for correction, for them to change. But you know what happens? Ain't nobody gonna change me. I ain't changing for nobody.
That's usually my line.
And then the nightmare continues on.
My mom disrespected my relationship yesterday, and I'm trying to have a conversation with her to correct it. Yesterday, I'm hanging out at my boyfriend's house. We had just got home from meeting his brother for the first time. And my mom's like, call me. So I call her and she's trying to give me like some family tea or whatever that's going on. She's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm over Chris's house. She knows exactly who he is. He has been a fixture. So like she continues talking. After literally we had just said his name, it was like, what's this one's name? Like, what? And I immediately clocked it because I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, I saw his face and I knew if it bothered me, it was gonna like bother him. And I asked him like, hey, did you take offense to like her? Basically, he was like, yeah, I clocked it. It didn't feel nice, but I just chucked it up to me and her haven't been introduced. One thing about me, I'm going to be respectful, but I am going to be tactful and I'm going to be straight to the point. So I text my mom and I'm like, Mom, why did you say, what's this one's name when you knew I was at his house and like he heard you? Why would you say that?
Unless you had something to hide.
She's like, oh, I didn't mean anything by it. I didn't know that he was listening. Girl, I told you I was at his house. Like, he's like, I didn't say like, what's this one's name? I said, what's his name? First off, you did say, what's this one's name? I had just told you his name. You know his name. I literally told my mom that she can be very dismissive. So she said,
not even very dismissive. What's this one's name? Comes across like, you know, she's talking to different guys.
My point exactly.
What if you took it that way? A lot of guys will take it. What do you mean? What she mean? What's this one's name? Argument start. I'm just throwing it out there. So dismissive. She's right.
past that she feels like I don't tell her things, but it's exactly for this reason, because like she oversteps. She's like, oh, I can't win for losing. Sorry for even saying anything. And how are you making yourself to be the victim here? They want you to talk to them, but whenever you try to like have conversations to be like, hey, you hurt my feelings, it always turns into like something that it doesn't need to be. And I'm like, this is why I don't tell you nothing. I'm not the only one to be going through this.
That's how a lot of black women get hurt. That's one of the reasons why, right? Sometimes it's parents. Sometimes it's bad mothers, right? Sometimes it can even be a bad father. I'm not even going to say that no father's not around. How could be a bad father? Don't give you guys the time of day. And a guy could be doing all he can, and the father would have just dismiss a man. And it happens all the time. And a girl will leave a good guy when that guy could be a provider for the family because of something her father told her. But the mother saying, what's this one's name, is wild. And she was right. You can't take that because people do get offended. It could have led to them breaking up, could have led to an argument, could have led to anything. And just to be yapping at the mouth like that, you know, shouldn't happen. But guess who does it the most? Mothers in the black community. Sad but true.
Okay, I went on the date with Dr. Coffee Shop Guy, and I need some advice because I'm on the fence and I don't know how I feel. Okay, so I have a video on how we met and it was the cutest thing ever, and this is how the date went. It went so well. So he asked me to go to dinner. We go to this Mexican restaurant on the water, and I show up and he made the reservation. We go to our table and I'm vegan, and he like knew that, and like he looked at the menu, made sure there's a bunch of vegan stuff, and we sit down and he's like, I like to share, like I'm vegan for the night. Ordering like all vegan appetizers, all vegan stuff. We're like both got 2 vegan tacos, and we'd like take a bite and like switch plates, and like he would take a bite, and like just was like so nice about me being vegan and like so open to trying new things. And like I've been on dates with guys, and when they find out I'm vegan, they just start like making all the vegan jokes and like being annoying, and this guy was just chef's kiss. And when the waiter came, he looks at her and he goes like, she's not vegan, but I am, like what do you recommend? And she starts like on vegans and being like, oh my god, why are you vegan? And I was like, yeah, like those vegans are so annoying, huh? And she was just like roasting him, and he was like taking it and like pretending like he was a vegan and like felt what I feel all the time. But I just thought that was so cute. And he's asking me so many questions. He's asking like all the right questions. We're just like laughing it up. Like we were at this dinner, I think probably for like over 2 hours, or at least like 2 hours, and it went by so fast. We're just like literally bouncing off each other, having the best time. He's so sweet, he's so successful, he's so cute. He remembers every single thing I say, like everything I said when I met him at the coffee shop. He remembered every name. He remembered my dog's name, my sister's name, like anyone I brought up, he like remembered their name and exactly what I was talking about. And like towards the end of the dinner, he like grabs my hands, and I had like rings on, and he was like holding my hands and like naming off like the Greek mythology of like what ring means what, and like why he thinks it makes sense for me, and like just like complimenting me and like my personality, and just like it was such a sweet little moment. And he's like, all right, Eva, the night is not over. I need to hang out with you more. Like, let's go to the speakeasy. And I was like, okay, like I'm down. So I meet him there, and we're like hanging out by the bar, talking. Like he's just like, I feel like such a protective guy. Like if anyone like bumped into me, he would just like make sure to like kind of be next to me. And he's like a tall guy too, and so I thought that was so hot, and just being so funny. We're like vibing. He's like, I need to get you on the dance floor. Like he is like someone you would never expect to like rap in reggaeton. Like he's like not giving that vibe, but he's like bopping around to reggaeton like music, like loves it. Said he like traveled, and so like he loves that music. And so the DJ is like popping up, we're dancing, we're laughing, like great time. And we're like sitting on this bench thing, and we're like talking about like our favorite shower songs, and he said he likes the song Unwritten, so I literally made him like scream sing this song to me as like initiation, and he did it, and it was the funniest thing I've ever heard. So the bar is closing, they're kicking everyone out. I think it's like 1:30 or something. Like I've been on this date from literally 8 p.m. to 1:30, and it went by so fast. And then we get outside, and he's like, the night doesn't have to end, like please just like come over. And I'm like, no, I'm going home, I'm not coming over, like, but thank you for tonight. And he's like, oh, like we could just watch movies and like hang out. And I'm like, no, I'm going home. And that is to me why I'm on the fence. Like I feel like that ruined the entire date for me. Like I don't even want to text you now.
You can't make this up.
Like I'm kind of just like, it just kills the vibe for me, because it's like, can I just be taken on a nice date and not be expected to hook up with you? Like it just like kind of hurts my feelings. And I have a history of dating terrible men, so I made it a rule that like if you were too much onto me, or you asked me to come to your house afterwards, you were kind of like taken off the like you could be my boyfriend list. Like I just like erased that, and it's like kind of like not a thing anymore. Like still had a great time, you're not a bad person, but like now you're just not going to be on that list in my head. And I know like he was kind of lit and like drinking and like just like wanted to hang out and stuff, and like maybe just like didn't like mean it to be like so like in that way to me, but it just like, I don't know, like I think I'm just so strict with stuff now that it just kind of like killed the vibe for me, which is sucks because the date was so good. And he texted me afterwards and like asked if I made it home safe. I answered, and then he texted me again yesterday, and I haven't replied because I'm just like debating, because usually I would never even like be on the fence, but like I really had a great time with this guy, and I don't know, like am I being too harsh?
Absolutely.
Or is this justified? Like, what would you guys do? I don't know. But yeah, like overall the date was so fun, and it takes me a lot to get excited about a guy, and I was actually excited about him. Like, I just want a guy to like me so much, to be so scared to f it up that they would never ask me to come to their house on the first date. And I didn't get that, so I think this might be another serial first date.
She's an airhead. That's what I got from the whole thing. She's an airhead. But I say that because if a guy doesn't push up, he goes to the friend zone, right? If a guy doesn't show any sexual attraction within 2 to 3 dates, he goes to the friend zone. So what's a guy to do?
Goodbye.
And you know, a woman don't realize, and she doesn't realize, there's other guys watching this, and other guys, and it probably happened to him too, and he probably wanted to get some. He was smooth. Give the guy a shot, right? He's not one of those guys that you put into the friend zone because he didn't make a move in the first 2-3 dates, because he would be there. I don't know. Something is making me not like him because after 2 dates, he didn't even like touch me or grab my hand or break the touch barrier. Airhead. And she was giving it up before, throwing it at guys. She said, yeah, but before, you remember she said that? Yeah, before it was like a problem. Before he would have been, you see that table shaking? That'd have been her shaking all over the place. I'll tell you what happened. She's been down that road. So now she started going to church. She had that epiphany. She's getting close to that 30-year-old age, and she wants a husband. That's the problem now. So she's trying to let it be known to the world, I'm a good girl. I don't like that. That's what she's doing. And in the comments, I'm sure, oh, girl, I wouldn't have did that to you. I would have waited to 10 dates. You think she's giving you a time of day? No. But yeah, she's been around the block. Most of them have been around the block and wants to get a sucker that's going to wait till he gets married to her.
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP, Simp!
She's one of them ones who wasn't smart and got somebody right out of college. She's one of them white girls that messed up, said, I still got it. She's starting to lose it. Okay. So my man doing a little camera show, but you know what this shows? This shows personality. These girls aren't getting that, right? These girls aren't getting roses handed to them every day. It's coming across comical, like it's a joke, right? But it works. I'm not telling you to go do that, but you going around doing stuff like that. It's just like going around talking. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Just talking, creating some conversation. Doing that and going from country to country, and you're looking for someone to be with, that man's not gonna have a problem. That's what it shows, right? I'm not telling the guys to go around handing out roses, but hey, you want to break the ice? Go around handing out roses. Think about that. So you go around having fun with it. Oh, hey, I want to give this to you. I want to give this to you. You go around doing that, and then you pick which one. Hear me now. Pick which one looks the best and spit your game at her. And he did this in Korea. Take a look at this here. Now, he got this girl here. He got this one here. Looking good. In shape, too. This is Korea. Both of this Korea. You know, getting the drinks already. Soju. This man about to get lucky. All Koreans like soju. We got it all. You know what's funny? I got to pause really quickly. I don't think she knows she's being recorded. Right? I don't think she knows. She not looking at the camera. I'm trying to sign off. Hello. Oh, okay. You got doing some Japanese dance. Okay. Okay. My man about to get lucky. Check him out. Oh yeah, he breaking that touch barrier. You see him? Let me turn this off. He breaking that touch barrier. Look at that. Woo! Woo! That's how you do it. And he got liquor in his system, breaking that touch barrier. I think he didn't. Oh! I think he didn't start or something. And that's the right energy you need to have. And more guys are trying to figure out how they can go start that energy up with women that want to give them the time of day. Because we all realize there's definitely more to life than dealing with anything and being around women that's not like this. See you next video.
This is the way.
Passport, bro. Passport. No.
Answers come.